Before talking about Deva Dynasty, we should learn some important points about Deva Dynasties. So I came about the idea to make another video on it. When I started searching on this topic, I felt surprised and very disappointed why such important history was not highlighted in the history of Bengal. Any historian or researcher didn't work on it. Such important dynasty who ruled for several years and resisted the Turk rule in eastern Bengal but disappeared from our history. Most possibly, it is the first video on YouTube on this topic. We can divide the Deva rule in three different phases. First Deva rule was established in Deva mountain of Chittagong hill track. Deva dynasty ruled the Samothat region back then. The archaeological excavation at Mainamoti have revealed details about Deva Parvata. Although several inscriptions, coins and seals of Deva kings are already known, the excellence of their rule lies in the exponentially well-developed archaeological remains. Stone idol of Mainamoti. The archaeological remains of Mainamoti mainly represent the period of Deva dynasty. The reign of Devas were truly one of peace, prosperity and contemplativeness. Their period can be described as the golden age of Samothat. Devas had the greatest contribution in the field of art and architecture. Most of the information gathered about this dynasty comes from the inscriptions. At least 5 copper plates and 1 stone inscription of the Deva kings have been recovered from Mainamoti. Of these, only 2 copper plates have been deciphered and published so far. First, the Mainamoti copper plate of Anandadeva, on the reverse of which is affixed the land grant certificate of his son successor Bhavadeva. And second, Calcutta Asiatic Society copper plate of Bhavadeva. Apart from the providing accurate, reliable information about the genealogy of Deva dynasty, they also provide very important and interesting information about their time, which is not available from any other sources. The most important information that comes from the first document is about the newly established capital of Basantapura. The old capital appears to have had been abandoned due to enemy attacks. Anandadeva, the third greatest king of the dynasty, issued the grant from the new capital in the 39th year of his reign. In the same copper plate, Bhadradeva gave his grant from the old capital, Deva Parvata, to his second reign. Apparently, the old capital was shortly afterward restored by Anandadeva himself. In both cases, land was donated for the Ratnatara Vihar at Bengal. The second copper plate was recovered from Ananda Vihara in Mainamoti. Apart from the genealogy of Deva dynasty, this copper plate contains detailed account of the capital city Deva Parvat. The holy river Khiroda circled the mountain like a moat. This river is now identified with Gomoti river. Sources also mention Bendmoti Viharika of Ratnatrai. Ancient scriptural resources date the Deva copper plates to the late 18th and 19th centuries. A few terracotta plaques with 3 chatras inscribed with the original name of Salman Bihar and the name of its founder. It contains Sri Bhavadeva Mahabihara Arya Bhikkhu Sangha on the establishment of Mahabihara founded by Sri Bhavadeva. The genealogy of Deva dynasty according to the copper plate records at Sri Santi Deva, his son Veeradeva, Sri Anandadeva, son of Veeradeva and Somadevi, Anandadeva's son Sri Raja Bhavadeva. Genealogy of first Dev dynasty ends over here. Although some historian indicates Paramsaugata Kantideva of Srihatta region as the grandson of Bhavadeva because he used the title Paramsaugata like Anandadeva. Anandadeva used to have the title Maharaja Dhira, Paramsaugata and Bengal Mridanka also. We can assume that the name Bengal, Bangal, Bangala or Bangla may have been come from the rule of Deva dynasty. Anyway, it then goes to the second phase of the Deva dynasty. 3 copper plates have been discovered from Noakhali, Kumilla and Chattogram.
They were not Buddhists like the earlier Dev dynasty, but Vaishnavas. Major sources of the history of this dynasty are the 3 copper plate inscriptions of Damodar Deva issued in 1156, 1158 and 1165 of the Shaka era, which are the 4th, 6th and 13th regnal years of him. Although there are many myths about this dynasty, none were proved with strong evidence. The first 3 rulers are known from the Chittagong copper plate inscription of Damodar Deva dated Shaka era 1165. According to Purnachandra Dev Burman, author of History of Chittagong, Damodar Dev extended his empire from Chittagong, Tripura to Srihatto, Manipur. An inscription given by the Sen Dynasty of Savar mentions Ranadhir Sen F. Dev Senapati. Perhaps the Savar region was part of the Deva Dynasty for some time. A copper plate inscription issued by him mentions the Gaud Mahotsava, possibly after the Gaud restoration in 1245 AD, when Viswarup Sen organized a grand festival at his capital Bikrampur. The first ruler of this dynasty was Purushottam Deva, who rose from the position of a village chief, Gramani. His son Madhumathan or Madhusudan Dev was the first independent ruler of this dynasty who assumed the title of Nripati. He was succeeded by his son Vasudev, and Vasudev was succeeded by his son Damodar Dev. Damodar Dev, who reigned from 1231 to 1243, was the most powerful ruler of this dynasty. He took the title of Ariraj DanujMadhav Shakal Bhupati Chakravarti. Inscription evidence show that his kingdom was extended up to the present-day Komilla Noakhali Chittagong region. A later ruler of this dynasty, Ariraj DanujMadhav Dasarath Dev, extended his kingdom up to Bikrampur and made it his capital. Yahya bin Ahmed in his Tarikh-e-Mubarak Shahi mentioned that he, referred as Danuj Rai of Sonargaon by Yahya, made an alliance with Ghiyasuddin Balban in 1208.
Around 1281 AD, after death of Paramsogata Madhusena, power struggle arose between two Sen monarchs, Lal Sen and Buddha Sen. Also, Kartik Sen from the Savar Sen Dynasty intended to capture Bikrampur. According to Lama Taranath, after Paramsogata Madhusen, Buddha Sen became the ruler. When Bikrampur was thriving with internal class, it was the Muslims who took the advantage and marched towards east. Mughisuddin Tughral camped near Bikrampur and captured the Sonargaon fort, and Bikrampur was about to be captured. To save Bikrampur from Yavan forces, Ariraj DanujMadhav Dasarath Dev took the control of Bikrampur. Before that, Dev Dynasty was feudal lord of Kumilla and Chattogram region under the Sen rule. Thus, Sen rule in Bikrampur region came to an end, and Dev rule in southeastern Bengal started. Dhakeshwari river became the boundary of Dev Empire and Delhi Sultanate. Around 1281 to 1283, Mughisuddin Tughral declared independence against Delhi Sultanate. And Balban's army marched towards Lucknow and they captured Lucknow, and Mughisuddin Tughral flew eastwards and took shelter in Narikala fort of Sonargaon. Both of them having the same enemy, Danuj Rai and Balban became tactical ally to remove Mughisuddin Tughral and signed a treaty. In the Tarikh-e-Firozshahi of Ziauddin Barani, Danuj Rai was mentioned as the Rai-e-Banghala or the king of Bengal. Danuj Rai with his powerful naval force attacked Mughisuddin Tughral, and Sonargaon fort was covered from each side, Balban from west and Danuj Rai from south. Danuj Rai arrested him and handed him over to Balban. After that, Balban asked for a meet to Danuj Rai, and when Danuj Rai entered, Balban stood up to show respect to the non-Muslim king in his territory, which was very annoying in the eyes of Malik Ikhtiaruddin Nektas, the general of Ghiyasuddin, as mentioned in the Tarikh-e-Firozshahi. Battle of Diar-e-Banghala. Although there was a non-aggression treaty between Delhi Sultanate and Chandradwip Samrajya, Danuj Rai never trusted Balban. Balban also tried well to capture Danuj's territory. He sent his son Shihabuddin Bogra Khan, but Bogra Khan was failed according to Tarikh-e-Firozshahi. Reoccupying of Sonargaon.
In 1394, Dev Dynasty king Ariraj Dasarath Dev Danuj Rai attacked Sonargaon with the help of his ally king Arkan Minhati. Danuj Rai, he established his second capital and military base at Bikrampur. In 1317, Firoz Shah and Bahadur Shah were able to capture Sonargaon with all their powers. Dasarath Dev established his capital at Chandradwip in the south.
After Danuj Rai, there was no such king to resist the invasion of Turks. In 1343 to 44, in the Battle of Sandip Sonargaon, Balkhi Mysore occupied the Sandip Island. After Dasarath Dev, the crown changed many times. Haridev, Narayan Dev, Purandar Dev, Aditya Dev, and finally Devendra Dev became the king. When Devendra Dev became the king, the Dev dynasty almost declined. Only a few islands surrounding Chandradwip were left under Deva control. Here comes the third phase of Deva era. Internal politics of Ilyas Sahis helped Mahendra Dev to regain his lost territories. After the defeat of Ilyas Sahis in the Battle of Bikrampur, Hijli and Hathiagarh, son of Devendra reoccupied the areas of eastern Bengal.
A coin engraved in 1339 Shakabda was discovered by researcher Satish Chandra Mitra Mahashai from the Khulna region of Sundarbans. This is the text of the coin. Spherical, weight 160 grains, circumference 3 inches. On the first page in Bengali letters with a hexagon, Sri DanujMadhav Dev. On the second page, Sri Sri Chondi Charan Parayan, Shakabda 1339, Chandradwip. It is quite natural that his coin belonged to a ruler of Chandradwip. The name of DanujMadhav Dev and Mahendra Dev are mentioned in the Bakli dynasty of Chandradwip region. It is most likely that this coin belongs to Kayastha Deva dynasty of Chandradwip. Historian Rakhal Das Banerjee supports this view. Two more coins of Deva dynasty are found in Pandwanagar area of Gaud, the first of Mahendra Deva and second of DanujMadhav Deva. Most of the historical periods mistake DanujMadhav Deva as King Ganesh Narayan. Coin of Mahendra Dev collected by Radhesh Chandra Sheth. Spherical, weight 170 grains, circumference 3 inches. It is written in Bengali on its first page, Sri Sri Mahendra Devasho. On the second surface, Sri Sri Chondi Charan Parayan, Pandunagar, Shakabda 336. Coin of DanujMadhav Dev. Shape is almost round. Weight 167 grains, circumference 3 inches. On the first page in Bengali letters in a circle, Sri Sri DanujMadhav Dev. On the second page, within the quatrain, Sri Sri Chondi Charan Parayan, and outside it, Pandunagar Shakabdo 339. Deva Empire. Raja Ganesha's capital was in Dinajpur in the Pandava region. So DanujMadhav Dev and Ganesh were two different people. It is very likely that one of the Deva kingdoms came into possession of the lower Bengal through some war. One such reference is found in contemporary manuscript. Bihara Gunushekara Shikhar Bhumi Bachasprihat Shubhata Shubhata Tarangini Toti Navasha Parjatchuta Tato DanujMadhav Kriti Pujya Padakrama দুবশ নবহট্টকে শকিল পদ্মনাভকৃতি লঘু বৈষ্ণব তোষণী রচনাকাল 1476 খ্রিস্টাব্দ The great Kriti Padmanabha, whose feet were worshipped by King DanujMadhav, abandoned the passion of the Shikhar Bhumi and settled down in Nabahatta, Naihati to live in the banks of Ganges. He came to Naihati on the invitation of DanujMadhav Deva. The writer Jiva Goswami's great-grandfather, who was the head of Shikarbhum Raj Sabha, moved to Nabahatta. It is likely that DanujMadhav Dev defeated the Sultanate army and established rule at Nabahatta in the Battle of Nabahatta. Gorai Ghazi's defeat at the Battle of Balanda in 1371 and the Battle of Hijli in 1369 showed Sikandar Shah's weakness. Perhaps this opportunity was used to expand the Deva Empire to the west. That is why Deva ruled the Naihati. By 1391, Mahendra Deva's empire existed east to West Bengal and even to eastern India. DanujMadhav Dev established the second capital after probably rebuilding Naihati and Nabahatta Nagar. The role of Shikharbhum and Samantabhum was significant in the Battle of Nabahatta, especially the roles of Uttar Hamir Rai and his son Hambir, the Chatna dynasty given by Yogesh Chandra Rai. Vidhanidhi Mahasha almost coincides the period. Chatna's dynasty is known as মাসাব্দি বিশিক শখে হামিরুত্তরলোকে সামন্তের কন্যা রাজ্য দিল দান তাহারি সৌভাগ্যর কমে বাসুলি সামন্তভূমে শিলামূর্তি ধরিয়া হলেন অধিষ্ঠান পাষণ্ড দলন হেতু ভবাব্দি তরণ সেতু রচে যাবে চণ্ডীদাস রাধাকৃষ্ণ লীলা বিদ্যাপতি তদুত্তরে গাইল মিথিলাপুরে হরিপ্রেম রসগীতি নাহি যার তুলা ব্রাহ্মণ কাল কর্ম হরি সিংহাসন পরি বসে বীর হাম্বীর সে হামির নন্দন সংগ্রামে জবন তারি বঙ্গরাজ্য নীলকারী অভিষেক দিল তার জনৈত ব্রাহ্মণ. In Mashabdi Vishek of 1275 Shaka or 1353 AD, Uttar Hamir became the king of Chatna. He reigned till Brahma Kal Karna Ori, that is 1326 Shakabda or 1400. Boru Chandidas was alive in Chatna during the northern region of this Hamir, what is between 1275 to 1353. One of the battles of Hambir, the son of King Uttar Hamir, he defeated the Yavans for the kingdom of Bengal. Here are three things to note. 1. As Padmanabha was brought to Nabahatta by DanujMadhav in his respect, so Shikarbhum and DanujMadhav's Bangala empire had good relations, and most probably an alliance was formed between the kings of Bengal and the Rar region. Hambir, the son of Uttar Hamir, most probably led the army of Shikarbhum in the Battle of Nabhatta, partnership of feudal lands and the War of Nabhatta. Hamir was crowned in 1404 AD, which was done by a Brahmin. Acharya Padmanabha's reputation suggests that he was probably a Brahmin. Presumably, the Nabhatta conquest took place in around 1398-1397. Because Samantabhum was a feudal state of Shikarbhum, it was very possible to lead the war, and the war probably took place before Hambir ascended the throne, that is,